Well, good afternoon, and there's no doubt about it. It's 3:30 down here. It's around 4:30 up there. Had to go shopping today. Didn't have, I have priorities. That's my life. Uh, so as long as I can have the money to go shopping, I might as well go out and spend some money, right? So anyhow, I've come back down to a list of the three greatest liars in social media and what have you: Zuckerberg, Musk, and Trump. And all three of them own companies, media companies. Amazing, isn't it? I was reading stuff, but this being late, I don't know why this was coming out in the last few hours and whatnot, but they were talking about uh, Trump calling the American soldiers suckers and dopes and losers and whatnot, for stuff that happened in World War II, where they became heroes and they were buried at Arlington Cemetery. Trump is a president, and actually, I think he has the right as an ex-president to be buried at Arlington Cemetery. I think if he's buried at Arlington Cemetery, the entire K-9 force of the United States Army should be brought by his grave so the dogs can piss on it. What a scumbag this man is. You criticize soldiers. Soldiers do what they do. They they're putting their lives on the line for us. Every guy that's over there, it means one less of us has to go over there. I mean, he's a draft dodger. I mean, he dodged the draft. I didn't dodge the draft. I avoided the draft by joining the National Guard. Yeah, because I didn't want to go to Vietnam, because according to the study I had done about it, it was a war that we would never win, and it would go on for years and years, and that's exactly what happened. The people that I read about were right. So I went to join the National Guard, and I went to Newark instead of Taiwan. I mean, instead of Dien Bien Phu. And this is the way it is. I wasn't trying to get out of the military. I just didn't like the idea of going to Vietnam that much, And I got out. Had I re-enlisted, I would have ended up in Vietnam. I don't know for how long, I don't know what capacity, but I would have ended up in Vietnam. And if you saw my unit, you would understand something. There was a very good reason why I didn't want to go anywhere with those guys. All right, they were not exactly military material. What else can I talk about today? I said we are the three greatest liars in the world were in the United States: Zuckerberg, Musk, and Trump. Wow, that's some bit of history there, And now you have. It appears that Donald's scared. They finally settled on this no mic thing for the debate, which I think he finally realized that he can't control himself. It'd be interesting to see what he does on stage, though, and how Kamala talks to him. He's calling her stupid and everything else, and just because you don't come up with ways to avoid things, that you face things head on, you're stupid. So this is Donald. I can't tell you. I talk to hundreds of people down here in Colombia. Excuse me. Every day about different things. We talk some sports. We talk politics. We talk Colombian politics. But how expensive it is down there. Even though for me it isn't, because I'm on a different monetary scale, but it's still expensive. Is it safe? Is it getting unsafe again? Because there is a lot of killing going on down here again. Every time these cartels start to battle, they just go around and they shoot people that don't agree with them. You know what Trump wants to do. But when we talk about American politics, and they're very concerned about that because they get a lot of income from Americans and whatnot. So they're very concerned about this, and you sit there and you ask them, "Well, what do you think?" And they say, "Why?" And they go, "Why do people like this man?" I mean, how? He's a liar. He's a convicted felon. He lost a lawsuit about where he physically attacked a woman. And people say that this is, this is cool. Donald Trump is, Donald Trump. Why would they vote for this man for president? He is obviously, they believe he's not. I'm trying to think of a word that they would use. He's not steady. He's not sincere. He's not truthful. He doesn't know what the truth is, and they know this. Some people have actually had experience with this man because he tried to build a Trump hotel in Medellin. Don't know why or what happened there, but I think it's probably the banking laws because the bankers down here, the banks down here are more crooked than the banks in the United States. Trust me. It's hard to get ahead down here because they just the way they work, they operate. It's kind of amazing. It costs a lot of money for me to change my money from dollars to pesos now. And they don't give me the same the international exchange rate. They give me some other exchange rate, so I'm losing a little bit of money every time I take money out of the bank. But you have to live with that, It's part of living down here. It's a price I pay for the relaxation I have down here. But they're concerned. Is what is he going to do? How can they look at me and they say, how can people believe this man? He said every time I have one of my very good friends down here, he looks at it and he says, I can't believe this that they support this man. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. And I said, you don't understand politics. And I said, you have racism down here as bad as we have it up there, but the difference is that you have no controls on it, more or less, and up there they have a lot of controls on it, so that's why they vote for a racist, so that they can get this white power thing going again, and that's what they want, They said they want a white America. That's how they say, make America great again. It's not make America great again. It's make America white again. It's something I saw in when I was in high school and whatnot, and I saw that it was going on both sides of the color barrier. The blacks were blaming the whites for keeping them down and whatnot, and the whites were blaming the blacks for taking jobs from them and what have you, through affirmative action and what have you. And it's just everybody's looking for somebody to blame. I think everybody in America should go stand in front of a mirror and say, you're what's wrong. He didn't do it, you did it. And maybe we'd get someplace. Maybe we'd have a more stable country. I don't know. I just I get upset by stuff like this, because it affects me, and it's going to affect me. And I mean, all right, granted, I'm not going to live forever. I got a few years left in me, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I'm walking around with an aneurysm that could kill me tomorrow morning. They don't know. They just. I do what I do. Do I have a lot of pain? Yeah. It's difficult for me to walk more now, but it's life. The alternative is for me not to be here at all, and I'm not ready to do that just yet. So, you know. But I just don't understand how he gets away with it. And he does. And I know that the people behind him are a lot of the same people at every rally. I understand that, but that's not the point. I mean, you can talk to some of these people. I have friends of mine that are, I think, are very intelligent people and decent people and whatnot, and they support him. And I'm going, when did you become a racist? When did you become a fascist? I don't say that to their faces because I don't want to lose them as friends. You know, like I said yesterday, it's one of the things that they taught me when I was tending bar. Never talk politics or religion. And it's true. People are passionate about their politics. Whether it's true or false, you know, they're passionate about it. Are they the same as some of them are Republicans because they're generational Republicans. I worked with a kid that was like that from Texas. He was a Republican no matter what was going to happen, you know. And I don't know where he is right now. I know he had some problems because of other people, you know, dealing with people because of that very, very aggressive attitude. Might work in Texas, didn't work in New Jersey, you know. So, I don't know. I'm interested in seeing what happens at this debate because I honestly don't think Trump has anything to say that's going to be new and exciting. I don't think his proposals are true. He says he's going to do this. He's not. You know, because he can't remember what he promised yesterday. And he can't deliver a lot of this stuff. You know, and that's the thing. I've seen this in every election that goes on, you know. Different people, a different party gets into office. It's a new president, a new senator, a new mayor, whatever. People expect things to change the next day. It doesn't work that way. It's a gradual thing. Trump thinks he's going to be able to change everything on day one. He tries to do it the way he wants to do it. He's going to have his civil war. You know? Okay, it is Tuesday. Obviously, I'm tired. But we'll see what happens, and I'll talk to you to see what goes on. And if I find any news stories worthwhile, I'll be back tonight. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow.